Hey guys, another SCNS Live figure review. I'm Jason the X, and this is the AMC Walking Dead. I'm sorry, it's not AMC. This is McFarlane Toys, The Walking Dead Series 5, Daryl Dixon with his chopper. And this is a great figure. I like some of the stuff that McFarlane Toys have been putting out with Walking Dead. Really partial to the line that's coming from the television series. And this thing knocks out of the park. The first Daryl figure was a little limited on articulation, and that's kind of been a kind of theme with the McFarlane Toys figures. This one is an exception. He's got 25 points of articulation, so the box says, and we're going to take a look at it. So let's go ahead and get Daryl and his chopper out of the way here. I love how that stands there. So anyway, look at the box. There's a look at Daryl Dixon on the side there. There's a nice shot of him on the bike right there. I love how this figure looks too. He's really spot on. A little bit kind of strange in the head mold, but you got a little bit of the bio here. That's not a bio, it's just saying and giving a little bit about the figure. And here's some other offerings. I haven't got any of these guys yet. I definitely want to get Glenn, Maggie, and Tyrese. Merle's on me. Yeah, look at the top of the box here. You just got Daryl Dixon with Chopper, deluxe box set. I found this guy at my local Toys R Us, and I gotta say, once I saw the bike and everything, as a motorcycle aficionado, I couldn't resist. So yeah, here he is sitting here on the bike looking very cool, and yeah, it actually stays up a lot better than that. I just kind of moved the base it was sitting on. And there are a couple of flaws with this, especially with these saddlebags, which we'll get into that in a little bit. But overall, the bike's pretty nice. But let's take a look at the, well, one thing before we go into it. I was kind of worried with some of the tolerances on some of the things we've seen from McFarlane Toys, especially in this line. But the handlebars, they're not made of a brittle plastic. It's very forgiving, especially when you're trying to pose this guy and get his arms and everything, and get his feet right into the pegs down there and put it right underneath the clutch, well, the shifter. And I gotta say, very nice job. Like this bar back here, it's a very forgiving plastic. It will break, but I feel as though it's not as just breakable, like it'll just shatter. And one thing, he does have this clip on the front and to carry his crossbow, which we can take a look at that right now. The crossbow is very nice. I love the look of this thing. Let me get this out of the way so we can check it out in focus. Come on now. Just stay right there. So yeah, one of the accessories here, nice looking crossbow. You got an arrow notched in there, or a bolt already notched in there. Doesn't have like a little tip on it, but you know, what are you gonna do? First, you got some arrows on the bottom here. One's missing because it's loaded in there. And this is a very soft plastic. Unfortunately, you can only maybe fit it over one of his shoulders. You can't fit it across his chest. There's just not enough room, so don't try it. But yeah, it's just nice soft plastic. His other accessory is just, we'll go ahead and take him off the bike because we're going to look at everything separate now. And the other accessory he comes with is just this, you know, just a little sticker here, a little knife. Goes right into a holster there. It's nice soft plastic on that holster as well. And like I said about articulation, this guy has it, man. He has it. So just take a look at the figure. You got good looking just paint apps on this guy. I love the look of the vest. The vest is actually a softer plastic, but it's pinned right up here. And you can't really do anything with it. And the shirt's actually kind of a softer plastic as well. So yeah, there's a lot of different layers going here. I love these wings on the back. They actually feel molded. Yeah, they're molded. They're molded and then painted over. Got a rag in his back pocket, which is also pliable. I love the distressed look of the figure, and the you've even got the stitching, the sizing on the side here. Buttons are all painted. Now, as far as the head sculpt, you know, there's certain angles it looks like him, and then there's others it doesn't. But overall, it's pretty good. I won't nitpick too much. They've done worse. Now, articulation wise, he does have a little bit of tilt here, but it's hindered by the pants legs. The legs have nice soft ratchets. They'll actually pivot at the knee too. The hips there on a joint that splits there and will also go forward. So yeah, he can actually, you know, sit on things like his bike. There's a not waist articulation. It's right here where that shirt starts to get soft. There's a joint there that'll allow him to twist. Got some ball joints in the arms, but they only go about that far. Nice soft ratchet joints on the elbows and also twist. And he has a rotation joint at the forearm and a pin going into the wrist, and it'll go back and forth. And the head is on a nice ball joint here, which seems to be restricted just by his hair a little bit, but otherwise okay. Now, as far as like the crossbow, all those joints, they come in real handy when you want to get this guy in some nice poses. What you want to do is just take the finger and just kind of slide it into the grip there and into the trigger guard. And he can hold it really close to his chest, which really helps. And just get his other arm in here. So yeah, he's got a good solid grip on his crossbow. He can put a little bit higher. These, like I said, all these joints are very good for posing this guy. But moving on, let's take a look at this bike. Now, one thing that always bothers me is these saddlebags. They're kind of like, it's almost like they're not put in the right place. Because you put them here, they're kind of up. You turn them around, I mean, they're kind of better here. But if you look, they're just kind of molded wrong. See? It's just, I don't know if it's supposed to be like that. It's just one side looks higher than the other, and it doesn't, and it causes it not to sit right on the bike. So, and they just sit here. They can just easily just fall off like that. So, do you need them? No, not really. What I will say, the tires, they're actually a rubber plastic, and I like that. And it comes with this little peg that you can just take out, and that helps the bike to stand. It's just got a little hole there. So yeah, but as far as the bike, look at the detail on this thing. I mean, you got the spokes in here, you got the chain, you actually got teeth. And these the foot pegs are actually that a little bit softer plastic. This is what I'm saying, it's very forgiving. Like this is on a softer plastic, but this is not. There's even a kickstand here, but I mean, look inside. You can see the engine, and you can see fuel lines and brake lines and oil, everything going into the engine. And these are just a rubber hose material. You even got a drive right there. It's nice. You got some hoses here going to the brake lines. You can actually see the disc there. And like I said, the tires do spin very nicely. Mine's a little loose here, but yeah, it's not a big deal. But you can see see the hoses just moving there. That's where the crossbow sits. Even the light up front is a translucent plastic. And these handlebars, like I said, they are that very forgiving plastic. I mean, they will break, I'm sure, but for now they're very pliable, and they're, like I said, very forgiving. And even the seat's got like some wear there. You got the gas cap here. Good turn on this. You got your clutch and your brake up here. And you got your brake over here. There's a peg. But yeah, just all of this crazy detail on this thing. I love it. Absolutely love it. And of course, you got a tail light back here. You got license plates. It's very dirty. It's not, this thing isn't clean at all, but hey. And unfortunately, Daryl has lost this bike too in the show, so yeah. Unless they go back to the jail and find it or something, but anyway, if you're a fan of the Walking Dead series and you've been collecting any of them, go ahead and get this guy. If you see him, I saw him in Toys R Us, and me and cameraman Robin Tropy, and I couldn't resist. I had to get him. It's Daryl Dixon. He's got a motorcycle. How can you pass it up? So anyway, guys, I'm Jason the X for SCNS Live, powered by Solinks.com. Until next time, I'll catch you later.